Hello, my viewers. Hope everything is doing all right. My name is Coach Angela, a personal growth and confidence coach, as well as a mental health advocate. Well, I'm so passionate about you being mentally stable and having your emotions in check. Well, being a personal growth coach, personal growth is a lot. And when we set goals at the start of the year, it is because we want to grow. We want to see ourselves move from one place to another. We want to improve our lives. We want to create the ideal life we have always wanted to live. And we want to achieve a lot of things. Now, usually when the year is starting, we set those goals. But are we normally clear about these goals? Do we have the timeline to these goals? Okay, we need to write these goals down clearly and with a timeline, because we've got short-term and long-term goals. And so what are goals? Yes, goals are aspirations, or those milestones we are looking at hitting or achieving at the end of a year or 2 years or 5 years or even 10 years, because there are those short-term and long-term goals. And I told us that the short-term goals contribute to the long-term goals. So we should not worry about not achieving the big goal right away, because it may not be that easy. But if we are doing something small every day, then this will be pushing us to that big goal we are dreaming of achieving. And so, why is goal setting even important? Is it important? Yes, it is important because it helps us understand who we are and who we want to be in future. And so we work upon that. We look at that person we want to become and start behaving like that person we want to become in future. It gives you that sense of purpose and control, that when you have a goal, for instance, you have a goal of becoming one of the most confident speakers this world could ever seen. And so what are you doing every day? What are those groups you are joining? The people you are being around, are they helping you towards achieving this goal? Because you want to be a public speaker, so you need to associate with those people that are already there, and then you can learn from them. It motivates you that even when you get setbacks or challenges, you still not get off track, because we said, yes, we set the goals at the start of the year, but some of us normally get off track before even the middle of the year. Why? Because we lose control or we lose interest. But should we lose interest over our goals? Because this is something we want. It is something we want to see happen in our lives. We want to improve. We want to see ourselves there. So this means we got to work upon that. It underlines the steps you are taking to get there and act on them, because now you know, if you want to be a public speaker, then what should you do? Maybe practicing every single morning in the mirror, checking the tone of your voice, how to be confident when you're speaking, those gestures you can make, and they communicate to the people you are talking to, all those things. So you realize it takes time for you to underline those steps, for you to know what are you supposed to do in order to achieve that goal. It gives you a clear picture of exactly what you want and where you're going, because now you know, yes, I want to become a good public speaker. How does a good public speaker behave? How does he talk? How does he conduct himself in public or even in private? So you learn all those things because you want to be a good speaker. So we said we have both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals can be those goals we aim to accomplish within a few months to a year. Those things, like I have a goal of reading a book every month, so that means by the end of 2025 I would have read 12 books. So that is the short goal. So that means every month I have to achieve it by reading a book. So what are your short-term goals? And so this goal is taking me to my bigger goal of being a good counselor, a good life coach, a better one. And so I have to be updated. I have to be learning every day. I have to be looking at those people that are doing what I want to do or what I've started doing, and I get to learn from them through reading their content, through watching their content, and learning how to behave and to conduct myself. So, and then the long-term goals are those goals we strive to achieve in several years, could be 2, 5, or even 10 years. And so we require ourselves to be patient, to be courageous, to be persistent, because the fact is we will get things that will want to put us off track. Things will happen in our lives that we may not even be able to continue dreaming, to continue working on our dreams. Like you may get sick, or a person you love, or something happens that you may not be able to continue with that. But how do you get back? Because we said setbacks will be there, challenges will be there, but if your goal is clear, then anytime you can get back on it. Yes, anytime you can get back on your goal. So there are things we need to remember as we set these goals and as we start working on our goals. We have to be flexible. Okay, life can happen, unexpected things will happen, but these things do not change our goal, because we are ready to change accordingly, or to be flexible. Like if something happens and you need to maybe put a hold on that dream, please do, because life will happen and there are things that cannot wait. Please be flexible, be patient and persistent. Understand that progress takes time. Setbacks are part of the journey, so they shouldn't dominate your goal setting journey, because we said things will happen, but we got to be patient with ourselves and to persevere. Okay, personal significance is something we need to hold meaning, to attach meaning to our goals, and to stay committed to achieving these goals even when setbacks come, because we said they will definitely come. Learn from your failures. Like a couple of years behind, we've been setting these goals, but then we get off track. Maybe life happens, like we say, something happens that we completely go off track, but we said we can always get back to our goal. That is if it is clear in our minds, and that is when we know how important it is to us. Be realistic with yourself. Be realistic. Set realistic expectations to avoid disappointment and demotivation. Be honest with yourself. Yes. If you want to save 5 million shillings a year, how much are you earning? Start from there. How much are you earning? And how much can you save? So you are earning 500,000 and you want to save 500,000. That is impossible. You are setting up yourself for failure. So if that is what you've been doing the past years, so this year be honest with yourself. If you are earning the 500, maybe you can decide to save that 100,000. Then you know that 400 can help you with the rent, with the other bills, and you are still living your life. You are not stranded. You are not stuck in debts and everything. Okay, so we have to be honest with ourselves, so we learn from the mistakes, from the failures that happened last year or the years that have passed, why we set our goals and did not achieve them. Continuous re-evaluation. These are things to remember. Always evaluate yourself. We said if you have clear goals and they are clearly written down with a timeline, you can track your progress. Okay, you can track your progress. So always evaluate yourself. So where am I now? So it is February. Have I read any books? Yes, I finished my first book and I am soon finishing my second book, because it's a few days to the end of February, but I know by the end of February I'll be done with that book. Okay, recognize and celebrate your progress. We said however small it is, as long as you have done something and that something contributes to your goal, to achieving that bigger goal, please pat your shoulder, say yes, well done girl. Yes, it could be something small, but at least you have done something, and that is pushing you to the bigger goal. We said be realistic and be smart as you are setting these goals. The goals should be specific, measurable, that you can track your progress, achievable, you are honest with yourself, you are sure you can do this if nothing happens, realistic, and then time bound. That is the timeline we are talking about. Goals that are clearly written with a time line. So these things we should know as we go through life, and as we achieve, and as we look at achieving our goals. These things are real. You have to motivate yourself, like you are your number one motivator. If things get in the way, if some things happen that you cannot continue with this goal, please, at least you know after all this tragedy you can get back to your goal. That is if you still have the life and you still have the brains, you've not gotten amnesia, you are still the person you are, you still remember where you stopped, and you can continue from there. And in the next video we will look at how we can achieve our goals, those simple steps we can take to achieve our goals. And so we need also to expand our goals, to expand our knowledge in order to achieve in order to achieve our goals. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.